Hey, how are you? So today we're going to talk about the importance of vitamin B5 on a ketogenic and an intermittent fasting plan. Okay, the name of that vitamin is pantothenic acid, and it's a cofactor for energy metabolism, but specifically for enzymes that help you break down fat. Okay, so when you're converting from sugar burning to ketosis by burning fat, you need B5 big time. Now, the Greek word for this vitamin is pantothene, okay, which means from all quarters, indicating that it's very easy to get from pretty much all your foods, okay? And so when you read on this vitamin, you're going to find that, it's almost impossible to be deficient because it's everywhere. But actually, a lot of people are deficient in this, and I'm going to tell you why in a second. But first, let me tell you what it also will help you do. It's a key nutrient to help you make melatonin for sleeping, and acetylcholine, which is a neurotransmitter that helps you stay awake during the day and helps you get into REM sleep. Also in nerve function and muscle function, okay? It also is needed to make cortisol. This is a real key nutrient for adrenal function. So if you have adrenal fatigue, for example, you need to take more B5. So if you're deficient in vitamin B5, you can get all sorts of issues like keto fatigue, stress, nerve pain, inflammation, and then insomnia. So these are very common symptoms when you do a ketogenic diet because your body is requiring more of this vitamin when it actually has to burn more fat. So really what I want to talk about is two things. One is you're not getting it from the diet, which is rare, or there's something going on in your digestive system that's not right. In other words, the flora, the friendly bacteria in your gut help you make B5 and other B vitamins. And that's probably the more likely cause of issues with a B5 deficiency. Because sometimes even other B vitamin deficiencies like biotin, for example, which will prevent hair loss. A lot of people have hair loss and then they take large amounts of biotin and the hair loss goes away. Well, your body should be able to make it. Also, you're getting it from the diet, but I really think it's the gut for a lot of people. So if you don't have the friendly flora, it's going to be hard to make those B vitamins. So of course, if you had antibiotics, that's going to destroy your gut. A lot of sugar will do it. And even when you do certain types of cleanses, where you're doing colonics, you flush everything out and maybe you didn't put things back in. Okay, so fermented vegetables, probiotics are very, very important. And by the way, these microbes consume fiber. So that's where the vegetables come in, right? It's like food for these microbes. There's one more thing though. The microbes need vitamin D to survive. So if you're low in vitamin D, that alone could starve off the microbes, which could keep you B vitamin deficient, especially with B5. So let's say in the winter months, or like come summer when you get all the sun and you feel so good and your digestive system works and your mood starts going up, well, guess why? Boom, right here. So these cofactors, these B vitamins, are intimately involved in so many things. Neurotransmitters, hormones, metabolism, those type of things. But make sure you have enough vitamin D. Get enough sun. If it's winter, then take a good vitamin D3 to actually then feed the microbes so they can make the B vitamins so you actually can get through this very smoothly. All right, I'll talk to you later. Hey, before you leave, I just wanted to give you a little quick history on some of the books that I wrote. This was one of the first books. It's called Dr. Berg Body Shapes. It was my attempt at writing about body types. What was very interesting about this book is I actually did all the images myself. Don't ask me why. They look actually not quite as professional as some of the images that I have in the new book. But anyway, this is my first attempt right here called Dr. Berg's Body Shape Diets. And then I wrote a book more extensive called The 7 Principles of Fat Burning. I don't even have a copy anymore, actually, because it's outdated. The next book, I put about 1,000 hours into this one right here called The New Body Type Guide. Major updates on the body types. I put a lot of energy into this. It has professional images, graphics, all sorts of things. Now, the problem with this book is it doesn't really describe what this is really about. Body types are only a small portion of what's in this book. And that's why I changed the name to the Healthy Keto Plan, okay? If you happen to have this book, you don't really need this book because there's only very, very minor updates. But if you don't have this, you need to get this one right here. This book goes into every single detail that you would ever want to know about. It goes into the 7 principles of fat burning. It goes into hormones, the body types, the basic keto plan. It goes into intermittent fasting. I talk about the 10 fat burning triggers and blockers and fat burning strategies with a lot of details in every single chapter. I go into body issues that interfere with losing weight. There's very few people that just have a weight problem. They have a lot of body issues, whether it's sleeping problems, stress problems, inflammation, menopause. I cover that extensively in this book. Then I talk about how to get rid of stress, and I show you a technique. Then I get into exercising. And then I have a lot of really good recipes in this book as well. So this is a good reference guide. On my website, if you get this book, you get this one free. It's called Healthy Keto Intermittent Fasting. This is the shortcut, quick guide to this book. And the reason I created this book is to have you, within 45 minutes, learn how to do keto, okay, in intermittent fasting, exactly what you need to do. Then you can fill in the blanks with this book right here. So right now I'm doing a special. If you get this book, you get this one totally free, or you can go to Amazon and get these individually. So I just want to clarify the difference between this book and this updated one right here. If you don't have this, you need to get this right here. That way you can get the exact correct information to do it healthily.